It was March 11, 2004, a normal Thursday morning in Madrid, Spain, as thousands of commuters boarded the city's busy trains, heading to work and school. No one could have imagined that within minutes, their journey would become one of the deadliest terrorist attacks in European history. At 7:37 a.m. during rush hour, a series of coordinated explosions ripped through 4 packed commuter trains near Atocha station, Madrid's main railway hub. The blasts tore through carriages, shattering windows and sending metal and debris flying through the air. Fire and smoke engulfed the platforms as screams filled the station. In less than 3 minutes, 10 bombs had detonated across different locations, leaving destruction, chaos, and death in their wake.
As the smoke cleared, the true scale of the tragedy became evident. 191 people were killed and over 2,000 were injured, making it the worst terrorist attack in Spain's history and one of the deadliest in Europe. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, pulling survivors from the wreckage and tending to the wounded. The train carriages, once filled with passengers, had become scenes of devastation. Twisted metal, shattered glass, and bodies scattered among the debris. Survivors, many of them covered in blood and dust, wandered in shock, searching for loved ones or trying to comprehend what had just happened. Hospitals were quickly overwhelmed as doctors and nurses worked tirelessly to treat the thousands of injured. The Spanish government declared a state of emergency, and the entire nation stood still, reeling from the sheer horror of the attack.
In the immediate aftermath, speculation and confusion surrounded the identity of the perpetrators. Initially, the Spanish government blamed the Basque separatist group ETA, which had carried out attacks in the past. However, as investigators gathered evidence, a chilling truth emerged. This was not the work of ETA. Within days, authorities discovered that the attacks had been orchestrated by an Al-Qaeda-inspired terrorist cell. The attackers had planted 13 backpacks filled with explosives on 4 different trains. While 3 of the bombs failed to detonate, the 10 that did caused unimaginable destruction. A breakthrough came when police found an abandoned van containing detonators and audio tapes of Islamic prayers near one of the train stations. Soon after, several suspects were identified, including radical Islamist extremists linked to terrorist networks operating in Europe and North Africa. On April 3, 2004, less than a month after the attacks, Spanish police raided an apartment in Leganés, a suburb of Madrid, where several suspects were hiding. As officers closed in, the terrorists detonated a bomb, killing themselves and a Spanish police officer. The investigation continued, leading to numerous arrests and trials in the years that followed.
The Madrid train bombings deeply affected Spain and had global repercussions. The attack occurred just 3 days before Spain's general elections, leading to a political storm. Many Spaniards were outraged that the government had initially blamed ETA, believing this was an attempt to manipulate public opinion. The elections resulted in a surprise victory for the opposition Socialist Party, which had opposed Spain's involvement in the Iraq War. Beyond Spain, the attack highlighted the growing threat of Islamic extremism in Europe. It exposed the vulnerabilities of mass transit systems and raised serious concerns about homegrown radicalization. Countries across Europe tightened security, increasing surveillance and intelligence sharing to prevent future attacks. The tragedy also led to an outpouring of international solidarity. Millions of people across Spain and around the world marched in protest against terrorism, holding vigils and memorials to honor the victims. The slogan, "Nunca más," never again, became a rallying cry against extremist violence.
In the aftermath, Spain took significant steps to improve its counterterrorism measures, enhanced surveillance and intelligence sharing with other European countries, tighter security in public transport systems, including increased police presence and bag inspections, stronger anti-terrorism laws to prevent radicalization and recruitment. The Madrid bombings also influenced global counterterrorism strategies, with countries re-evaluating their approach to intelligence gathering and security in high-risk areas.
Each year, on March 11, Spain honors the victims of the Madrid train bombings. Atocha Station, once a place of horror, now holds a memorial wall inscribed with the names of the victims, ensuring that their memory lives on. The attack was a brutal reminder that terrorism can strike anywhere, at any time. But in the face of tragedy, Spain showed resilience, unity, and a commitment to ensuring that such horrors would never be repeated.
The Madrid train bombings were more than just an act of terror. They were an attack on everyday people, commuters, students, workers, going about their daily lives. The tragedy exposed vulnerabilities but also strengthened Spain's resolve to combat extremism and protect its citizens. Though the scars of that fateful day remain, so does the determination to remember, to learn, and to stand against terror. Madrid will never forget.